Adrian Black represents a regional company called Totem Group, which specialises in large commercial projects in the south of England. He has a passion for quality architecture, and has mentioned to me a number of seriously exciting ideas for the King Alfred site. I don't know how many going to give away today, but Adrian, over to you.
Thanks, Robert. Yeah, it's an interesting one, how much one wants to talk about in a forum like this, but I'll try and share some ideas with you. First of all, I'd just like to say that I suppose I'm very excited about the opportunity that the site presents. I think it's very, very unusual. I don't think there are very many opportunities at all anywhere else in the whole of the UK for a seafront site like this to be developed. So I think it's very, very important that we don't end up with a facsimile of hundreds of other developments that we might see across the country.
I wonder if you could speak up a bit.
Oh, sorry. Yes, is that better?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I was just saying, I think really the opportunity is to go above and beyond the provision of the new leisure centre, which in itself is obviously very exciting, but the site itself is so unique that it's a great opportunity to go much further than that, and it would be a great shame, a tragedy, if we were to end up with a facsimile of sites that you might see up and down, or developments that you might see up and down the country, featuring the same restaurants and the same cinemas in boring architecture. Cities all over the world generate a huge amount of energy through exciting architecture, and I don't see why Brighton doesn't deserve to do the same thing. Never mind the Shard or the Burge or anything on that scale. You just sort of look at smaller places like Margate and Hastings with the Turner Contemporary and the Jerwood to see what can be done. I think really the opportunity is to create an iconic destination. There should be a really new leisure centre and the housing which the city needs, but as I said, we could go beyond that. So the situation I'm in is that I've been speaking to a number of local stakeholders and big organisations, everyone from the Shiverers to local councillors, but also to big builders and world-class architects who are who all tell me the same thing. The architects and the builders all tell me the same thing, and those type of organisations will only be able to get excited in this project. I know it's something we've talked about a lot already today, but once there is a framework and once there is something that they can start spending money towards, no one's going to start writing cheques until that's happened. And so my main hope from this whole exercise is that the council can be moved forward a little bit, so that I can go back to those organisations and engage them, and we can come forward and do something very exciting. In terms of actual ideas, it's possibly quite dangerous in this environment to talk about ideas, but I'm happy to do something from that point of view. Would you like to press that button? This is what we call a massing model. It's not the design. I've only put it up there to show you that there is room in terms of the work that we've done. There's the feasibility that we've done. There's room to do what everyone wants, or we think what everybody wants, without necessarily building a tower. But also there's an opportunity for us to have a very big modern square, and Brighton's famous for its squares, so why don't we have a modern interpretation of that? And we believe that the whole thing could be master planned by a world-class architect, but there's possibly the opportunity within our ideas. We've included the idea of selling separate plots for homes, and we could run a competition, and local architects could design the individual homes within the same scheme. Those are just a couple of things that we've thought about. Also, there's something to mention, of course, which is partly obvious, is that the site is by the sea, and it currently, as people have mentioned already today, doesn't exploit that fact. And I think that's one of the things that make it so fantastic. It could, if there were a square, for example, it could face out to sea and it would really become a destination. that's all I really want to say. I had more words to prepare, but I suggest that I'll do what everyone else is doing and say fewer rather than more and give everyone the opportunity to ask questions.
Thank you for that, Adrian.